Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
Go.
Hello everybody and welcome to Extreme Sim TV. On the broadcast tonight we have the Pony Express NASCAR for Amateurs Truck Series. We are at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Looks like we have 32 drivers out here tonight. And as always, in the booth, it is the owner of Extreme Sim TV. It is Matthew Johnson.
What's up, everybody? How are we doing here tonight? Getting ready to go racing on a Friday night truck doubleheader here tonight. AJ, round number 5 from the Atlanta Motor Speedway here tonight. Atlanta, always a tricky place to come out to. Looking forward to this one, buddy. How are you this lovely evening?
I'm doing pretty good. Not gonna lie, very excited for tonight. I love watching these truck races, but when we come to a mile and a half, but a kind of a tricky mile and a half in these trucks, it's gonna be interesting. Out of turn 2 and out of turn 4, these trucks can get really light in that back end, and as we've seen throughout practice, they'll spin right around.
Yes, they will. Let's quickly take a look here at your championship standings coming in around number 5 at Atlanta Motor Speedway. AJ, it's Mark Dillon out front, 142 points already with a win to lock himself in, up there with Jared R. Young also with a win to get in. So they're locked in, AJ, but still racing for those points throughout the season. But it gets tighter as you go through the field. How early on in the season do you start thinking about the points and your thoughts there?
Well, for myself, not really being a big winning driver, I'm thinking about points from day one. That's pretty much all I go with, and you know, if you get a win, great. If not, you know, you better stack up some of those points.
Stack them and stack them, right, and keep them rolling. But that's the way your points look rolling into round number 5 here at Atlanta Motor Speedway tonight. And it's going to be a good one. Like you said, a very good, strong field out here tonight. But it's going to be Ryan on top of the board right now in that number 031, I believe that number there. But he's got a pretty good run so far, AJ.
Yeah, Ryan Donahue is about 3/1000ths a second faster than Austin Bloom.
Yeah.
And then rounding out your top 5 and just practice, that's Garth Snyder in the 3rd position, Mackenzie Johnson, and Adrian Virgil in 5th at a 30.937.
AJ, what are you thinking as we get ready to go racing here tonight and the fun that we're about to have?
Well, what I'm thinking is protecting your tires. Matt, do you know if this obviously isn't the repave of Atlanta, so this place is going to chew the living daylights out of these Goodyear Eagles. So you got to protect the tires.
Right.
But you also still have to maintain pace. Why don't you talk about how difficult that is when you start seeing everybody pulling away and you're still just trying to stick to the strategy of whatever strategy you're on?
Well, there's almost 2 lines of thinking. You either go early and hope that you can get away from everybody far enough that you don't have to worry about it later on, or you try to save and hope they're going to come back to you later on in the run. And here at Atlanta, this is one of those places, AJ, that decision's going to have to be made pretty much as you come in here and knowing what your plan is here tonight.
Yeah, they had about 30 minutes of practice before we start qualifying and everything. And most of our drivers here tonight have done about 30 plus laps. So that's got to be probably close to a fuel run, if not a full fuel run on these Camping World trucks or Granger outdoor trucks. But I'm really excited to see, the green flag runs and the tire fall off and how these drivers maneuver through those tire fall offs. The person I would say to watch tonight is probably that 031 of Ryan Donahue, who is fastest in practice right now, but he's only run 10 laps. Another person I would say to look out for is probably that Mackenzie Johnson machine in the 112 Pony Express, who has topped out at about 26. Looks like he's trying a lot of things, a couple short runs. But Matt, what 2 drivers are you looking out for?
I think Austin Bloom and the 9 machines probably got a good shot at it here tonight as we roll into qualifying. But I want to point out something else that you may or may not see on your end, and that is down there. Where'd he go? It's JR. Normally JR don't run these races, as me and him and you have talked about before. It's nice to see him out here. I don't know if he's going to try to run the whole thing or not, but good to see old JR out there getting after it.
Yeah, he did message me. I didn't realize he was in the race. He goes, "Grab me if you need someone to talk." I have no idea what I'm doing, so I didn't realize after him saying that that he was in the race. And then I go, "Well, 3-person booth?" He goes, "No, I'm racing." And then you just put 2 and 2 together for me, so I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, so hopefully he has a good run here tonight. Setting mid-pack in practice. We'll see what he can do here in qualifying. There is going to be Keith Williams there in the 401 on track right now. Stephen C. Thompson right there. Timothy Emmanuel, all on track right now. So right now, Scott Hurwitt right there in that machine. That is the 50 machine on track with qualifying underway right now. It's good to see Scott Hurwitt also having a good run. Little loose, though. Oh, no, hang on. Nope, that's not good, Captain. And that truck is destroyed in qualifying. He'll have to go to a backup truck. Sean Purcell up front. Austin Bloom right there. Look at Nick Sargent in the number 61.
Atkins to top of the board. Atkins
going to put it up there. And this is a pretty tight field at the front of the board right now. 7 1/1000ths of a second between your top 2, AJ.
Yeah, very close. Can Nick Sargent drops down, so he didn't go any further.
Holy cow, look at the top of the board right here. 30.95, 30.95. Dead even for the top 3 at the top of the board.
30.94, Cody Atkins bidders on his second lap.
Atkins going to go to the top, new fast time. These guys all over one another right now. AJ, as far as lap times go, It looks like Cody Atkins is going to be the fastest man in town right now.
They'll have a couple cars on track making their qualifying runs. Here comes Tyler Bergert back to the line for a... Guess that was to get his green flag lap.
Yeah, I think that's to his green flag lap. A couple of trucks we've seen getting out of shape here. The 40 machine there and the DeWalt machine got out of shape. We're looking right now. It's Tyler Bergert right there. We are following AJ. Bergert Farms right now in the 44 camp. He's gonna run the top in 3 and 4. Let's see if he can crack the top 20. Snyder top of the board. No movement there on his first lap. Not in the top 20, AJ, but yeah, he's going to drop it to the bottom and see what he can get out of it.
I'm thinking there's maybe a super speedway thought process when it comes to this qualifying effort by Tyler Bergert.
Yeah, that's probably the thought process. Don't know how well it's going to work here. We're about to find out as he exits turn 4, and that will be...
Yeah, you won't go up that much further. It'll still be about 0.3 back from the leader. Looking to be about 27th.
Jeez. So 0.3 off your leader, you're going to be 27th here tonight. Garth Snyder out front. Sarah right there in second. Nice run for Sarah right there.
Yeah, Garth Snyder, not as fast as what he did in practice, but a very good lap. 2 1,000ths faster than Sarah Tessum.
Tessum in second. So now that we've kind of went through these, AJ, very few trucks left on track. Are you surprised with how close this whole field is? As Chambers still out there running around right now, but this whole field pretty close on the lap times.
I'm not surprised with the quality of drivers we have in this Pony Express NASCAR for Amateurs Truck Series. But with how wide and how many lanes you could actually run here at Lantern Motor Speedway, I am kind of shocked that that I guess they are that close together, because there are so many places around this track you can make a mistake, and
right.
Or at least a good portion of the field, they didn't really make a mistake. They just, maybe pushed out a little bit too far exiting a turn, or just off the line just a tiny bit in the middle of the turn, and that's what caused them the little time blip.
The little bobble.
That, Garth Snyder, really good lap.
So Garth Snyder going to start from the pole here tonight.
Oh, well, we do have a 40 truck on the racetrack right now. That is Terry Bauman.
And it doesn't look like JR's qualified either. I'm not sure that JR will qualify here. He may start in the rear. Terry back out there in the 40 DeWalt machine.
Yeah, he just went down pit road.
Yeah, he's had trouble earlier on in qualifying. That was one of the trucks that I saw get free. I'm wondering if he's just trying to get a feel for it here. Where the race goes here in a little bit. So, well, buddy, I kind of wonder. We're pretty much done here.
Yeah, I think pretty much whoever's going to qualify has qualified already. So I'm going to run through some of the order because we have a big field here tonight. And if we start when qualifying is over, we're probably not going to get through everybody. On the pole, it is Garth Snyder. On outside pole, starting second, Sarah Tessum. Cody Atkins and Austin Bloom is your second row. Ryan O'Donohue and Kyle Purcell is row 3. Mark Dillon, Sheriff Mark Dillon, and Mackenzie Johnson is row 4. Marvin Clay, Corey Bartha are row 5. Sean Purcell and Adrian Virgil are row 6. Keith Williams and Brendan Cooper, row 7. Timothy Emanuele and Jess Chambers are row 8. Sean Atkins and Zachary Nurnberger are row 9. Clinton Chambers Anthony Williams, row 10. Nick Sargent and Dave Candy are row 11. Roger Haig and Zach Purcell is row 12. Stephen Thompson and Jay Smart at row 13. Tyler Bergert and Richard Hurst is row 15. And right now, out of everybody who's qualified, starting on row 15, it is William Hogan. We will wait and see where J.R. Kopp, Terry Bauman, and Scott Hewitt will get placed within that final row and a half.
Yeah, so we're just kind of waiting on them there. But, I mean, it has been a pretty good season over the first 4 rounds. Now at round number 5 at Atlanta. What do you think we're going to see all night, AJ?
Well, with the package that these trucks normally bring, I expect the first couple laps to be side by side, and then we'll probably get, opened up a little bit, some nose to tail racing, but I think draft is going to be a big thing here with how much of a punch that these trucks put in the air.
Got a little warm up, finishing up right here. So that'll finish up here in a moment. We'll get ready for the race here tonight. And again, what is going to be one heck of a night. There we go. Heading to this round at Atlanta Motor Speedway. There is your starting grid. AJ ran through it earlier for you. We'll give you a visual representation as well. And let's look through all this. AJ, it's going to be a heck of a night.
It is going to be an awesome night for these NASCAR for Amateurs Pony Express drivers.
Yes, sir.
Tonight's race is 100 laps. There is a stage at lap 40. Remember, they do not throw caution for that stage. Everybody gets 3 sets of tires, 1 fast repair, and 2 green-white checkered attempts. Thank you, everybody, for joining us here tonight on Extreme Sim TV. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe for all things Pony Express and Extreme Sim TV. Pretty much good luck, all drivers. I know they can't really hear me, but I think Mackenzie Johnson might have it on in the background. Matt, I'm very excited to be up in the booth with you once again.
Here we go again after a heck of a week that me and you've had. I know I took a little bit of sabbatical, couple of nights off, but it's good to be back in the booth, feeling somewhat better at least.
So we are gonna get 1 caution lap before we go green, and one of my favorite, and I mean favorite wrestlers that I have ever had the privilege of watching used to say, and still does whenever he wants to come out, Matthew Johnson, are you ready?
I am ready, sir. I kind of figured I knew where you were going with that. I am definitely ready. And I tell you what, how big of a deal would it be if Sarah Tesson can get up there and get it done tonight? Starting on the front row, 70 truck, really good opportunity here.
Well, she does have good single truck speed, but let's see what happens when these trucks get all bunched together and pretty much fighting for position. See if she has the truck with the most power.
Well, would it be a history-making night? Would it be the first woman to get a win on Extreme Sim TV? We're about to find out, AJ. I believe she's already got the highest starting position that I've had. So congratulations to her. Let's see if she can go get it done. Time to go drive and get it done, AJ.
There goes the pace car about to make the left turn onto pit road. Garth Snyder, Sarah Tessum, and we are green here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Good start up front. Tessum a little bit jacked up here, almost 3 wide into 1, AJ. That can get dicey in a hurry, buddy.
Yeah, I really thought Austin Bloom was going to push it 3 wide. Now she's under fire. No help on the top with her. Looks like everybody's trying to get down to the bottom lane.
Everybody's trying it, but they can't do it. Everybody can't get in there all at once. Big run coming up off the top. She's got a big run. Oh, we got trouble. And I believe that is Mackenzie involved. Flying back through the pack. Smoke pouring out of that machine. Trouble for Mackenzie Johnson early on.
Oh, car spinning in front of him. That is the 209 Roger Haig. but he has a lot of damage. That's Mackenzie Johnson. A lot of damage on that 112. No caution out. He's going to have to hit pit road and use that one fast repair on lap 2.
And all that, Sarah Tessum has took the race lead here at Atlanta, 3 laps in underneath Austin Bloom. Bloom fighting back in the Pennzoil machine on the top, AJ.
There she goes. Austin Bloom's going to stay really tight towards that outside wall. Going to get a nice cushion off of it as they go into turn 3 side by side.
Sarah gonna roll with top of the racetrack. Good run out of turn 4. Top comes alive. She'll clear Bloom down the front straightaway for a moment.
No, Bloom cleared her.
Bloom cleared her. Excuse me. And Snyder right there now, the second in the 88 machine with the 16 right there. Man, oh man, that top side is coming alive early here at Atlanta. I didn't expect it to come in quite that early, AJ.
No, neither did I. I wonder if stuff was carried over from practice and qualifying.
Sale right here in the top 10 with the side-by-side battle. That's the Sheriff Mark Dillon on the bottom. If Dillon can make it stick, can't do it. Purcell.
Oh, 70 truck in the wall.
Oh,
70 truck in the
no.
wall. That is Sarah.
Big impact for Sarah Tessum. And, oh, man, that whole rear of that truck is absolutely destroyed. Just got up there, got in the fence.
You do run that risk when you run that high side. Now, can she regroup and she's back to 6th? Can she regroup and get back towards the front?
Well, she's going to have to wait to get a fast repair later on. Right now, you just get in the line and you wait for that fast repair. Marvin Clay trying to pick up some spots here just behind Corey Bertha, right there behind Sarah. They're going to get to her back bumper, and I'm pretty sure she's going to probably lose some more spots here, AJ. She's just going to have to take care of the truck early and hang in there. Bloom out front, Snyder to second. Top 3 nose to tailgate right now. On board with a couple of these trucks here. So how impressed are you with early on here at Atlanta, AJ, with what we're seeing?
Yeah, well, everybody's driving really well. A couple issues, but nothing really too bad. But there's a hell of a battle for, it looks to be 6th place right now. 4 trucks under a blanket. That is Sarah Tessum, Corey Bartha, Marvin Clay, and Keith Williams.
Yeah, just outside that top 5. Again, it stayed at the end of lap 40 when stage 1 comes to an end. We'll give out points to the top 5, AJ.
Cody Bartha to the inside of that 70 truck. Taco Bell all over that thing. Taco Bell.
Yeah, that Taco Bell got kind of smushed, though. That's like a smushed soft-shell taco right now.
Looks like Tessum's going to get passed by the 30. Marvin Clay as well. She is just sticking to that outside, giving them all the insides. She needs to get that truck fixed, and she probably can't wait to get down pit road. Each truck does have 55% of a full fuel tank as a limit here tonight. So, honestly, we probably should be seeing pit stops in probably like 15, maybe 20 laps.
Yeah, 20 at most. A little dicey there. That was the 069 machine they just went around. William, we got another car on the apron down there. So a couple of trucks running into problems early here tonight at Atlanta. But Bloom out front leading the way in the Pennzoil machine. Austin Bloom looking at a pretty good run so far in stage number 1.
Yeah, the last 2 races, or the last 3 races I've seen with the Pony Express NASCAR for amateurs, Austin Bloom has been one of the trucks to really be showcasing. He's been up front, been moving around very well. Really didn't have it work to his favor last week. I think Sheriff Mark Dillon won last Friday.
Yeah. Right now, inside the top 5, look at the roll that Mark Dillon's on. You bring that up. Won last week, came back here to Atlanta inside the top 5. Just a great run for the sheriff right now. We're going to look deeper in the pack right now, AJ. We got some great battling back here. The 81 of Cody Atkins battling for 16th. Tyler right there behind him. Jay Smart in that battle. The 864 of Timothy Emmanuel there as well. Ooh, Timothy, 39 of Timothy. Underneath, 3 wide. Hello. 3 trucks under a blanket.
There's Timothy Emanuele as they're 3 wide as they cross the stripe.
Oh,
something's gonna have to give. There it goes.
No. Whoa,
they're
what?
all still going straight. Very good between all drivers right there. Wow.
Jay Smart's like, guys, that did not work out.
Well, I don't think Jay Smart was very happy about how that turned out.
Yeah, that did not go well. And you see Sarah Teslam, she slid back to 9th, continuing to lose spots. She just needs to get to pit road and get that truck fixed.
Yeah, I don't think she can come to pit road this early due to, losing a lap. At least now she's back in 9th place. She's almost 5 seconds back. But if she pits off cycle, she's going to end up, I think, losing a lot more than just that.
You see Jess Chambers there in that 581 getting passed by Ryan. That's a battle for 14th and 15th on the racetrack. And look who's made it to 22nd. Good old JR getting up through the pack. Look at that, man. Didn't even qualify up to 22nd, up 8 spots. Good run, JR, buddy.
Yeah, so far a very good run. Up 8 spots, like you said. Announcer turned driver for one night.
Yeah, I'm just hoping he's able to complete the whole race. We know it kind of hurts him racing a little bit, so I'm hoping he can complete the 100 laps here tonight. Be nice to see if he can bring that truck home. Even a top 20, just making it to the end. Be good for him, and right now having a pretty good run, smooth in 22nd. Got a little bit of a challenge from Chambers here. I don't think he's going to fight it off too hard. He's going to be like, yeah, go home, Chambers. You're good. Meanwhile, out front, Austin Bloom continues to lead by 0.8 of a second, AJ, over Garth Snyder and Kyle Purcell in 3rd.
Yeah, so far so good. Austin Bloom is slowly pulling away from Garth Edwards. But the closest battle I see on track right now is for that 5th position, or was that 5th position, between Marvin Clay and Sean Purcell.
Well, coming under fire from Williams there for just a moment. So those two kind of coming under fire right now. I'm just, pretty good racing overall, AJ. Exactly what we expected here at a place like Atlanta. No surprise, right?
No, not really. I'm really excited to see, when we get towards a lap 40, to see who in the top 5 is going to be getting those stage points, those valuable stage points. But right now, I don't know what happened with Austin Bloom. He lost a little bit of time that last lap to Garth Snyder. Austin Bloom, that last lap was a 32.7 to Snyder, 32.8. So it was closer to a second. Now it's just sitting at about 0.7.
Yeah, and he's about halfway through right now, stage number 1. And I do agree with you, AJ. I'm looking forward to the end of this stage for sure. Seeing who can pull off a little bit of a victory here. It's always difficult to work through all season because you have to plan your season out. And you have to make every race count, and that's the thing. And right now, everybody doing a very good job on track right now, buddy.
Yeah, we are 2 seconds off of our qualifying time right now, and we are 21 laps in. We're about to be 21 laps in.
Yeah, I'm so excited with what we're going to see here tonight. What's your thoughts so far early in the event, AJ?
Well, my thoughts are, there's been quite a bunch of battling, a couple incidents, but no cautions just yet. I'm really looking forward to seeing this battle for the lead, as we have a battle for third right now between Kyle Purcell and Sheriff Mark Dillon. Mark Dillon go to the inside of that 16 truck as they exit turn 4 right now.
Sheriff Mark Dillon's like, hello, I want that spot. Give it to me. I'm the sheriff. Give me the spot, Captain.
Got to turn on the runner lights and then pull them over.
Yeah.
But while they battle, here comes Marvin Clay in that 30 truck. It says "Hi, Mom" right across the top of it. With Kyle Purcell and Mark Dillon both battling, they're allowing Clay to just pull right up to him.
Yeah, and that's pretty impressive for Clay. I have to say it. Pulling right up to the back bumper, that side-by-side battle, getting a little bit of a draft, I would say. And, oh man, Austin the Bloom continuing to lead here tonight, AJ. The battle behind him. 23 of 100 complete here tonight. Sheriff Mark Dillon still enthralled in that battle for third. It's a good-looking 16 truck out there out of Purcell. Nice-looking paint job on that machine.
Yeah, it is.
Kind of reminds me of the old school, like Bobby Hamilton Square D type truck. Oh,
I was thinking it should say Irwin Tools on it. Jimmy McMurray.
well, it's got WD-40 on it. You can use that for plenty of things. Like Kim hopping around her foot earlier today. Her foot's hurting. Maybe I should have sprayed WD-40 on it. Maybe that'll loosen it up. I'm pretty sure that's how it works, right? Marvin Clay right there. The 30 machine of Clay and the 3 of Mark Dillon Jr. I might make it out of this broadcast tonight alive without getting killed.
You might.
Maybe. Still battling behind him. And look at Sarah Tessum right there to 14.
Pit stops.
Pit stops. And it's Austin Bloom on pit road. So 25 laps complete, and here we go. Starting pit stops here tonight. Oh, AJ's like, pit stop.
So, Sheriff Mark Dillon stayed out an extra lap. Do you think that's going to benefit him, that he's not pitting with everybody where there could have been an incident?
Yeah, that might help him a little bit.
He is coming down pit road right now on lap 26.
Comes Timothy. Timothy going to try to stretch it another lap. And mostly everybody else on pit road locking brakes up, sliding in to their stall after 27 laps. Keep in mind, AJ, we're coming down to the end of the stage, but we do not throw a yellow. So with Williams and Emmanuel, they should hit pit road this time. Tessum will finally get that truck fixed. We'll see if she can recover over the remainder of the race. She does have that truck fixed. Yeah. So.
And all that, she didn't lose a lap. She is back in P18 for the moment.
I think Bloom's going to cycle through to be your race leader. And then it'll be Clay and Snyder. I think it's the way it's going to cycle back through, kind of the way they were before it started. Timothy Emmanuel on pit road with Anthony Williams right now. Austin Bloom looks to be in pretty good shape, AJ, to get that stage points here. So, there it is, AJ, as we run 28 of 100 complete here tonight.
Yeah.
And I got my notepad up here for stage points at the completion of 40, because, we need that. That would be smart. But it's Austin Bloom right now, continuing to lead. Snyder there is now, as well as Purcell, Clay, and Dylan Jr.
I think that's kind of exactly how you said it there, pal.
Yeah. Like I was foreseeing the future. Right?
Yeah, you're psychic.
Well, you know, after like
I'm sorry.
Well, that too. After like 3 years of broadcasting, you would think I would kind of know the way it would work out. You would think. Oh, we got trouble. Somebody just took a hard hit into the outside wall, and I think it was JR. Oh, rip. Caution on the racetrack. What happened here, Captain? Oh. Ooh.
It looked like Zachary Nurnberger got into Jess Chambers just a little bit. Oh, well, it honestly looked like JR slowed up a little bit.
Man, what an impact. Well.
And he gets clipped and turned headfirst into the wall.
Yeah.
And that collects the 84. Looking for the 84.
Is out. Well, don't this change everything?
Yeah, very much.
Now, we should, in theory, get back going before lap 40. So we'll get another run into the stage break. That is not what I thought was going to happen.
Ooh, he had the toe. So even if he had a fast repair, he's going to... Yikes.
Yeah, that car wasn't moving another inch. Nuremberg, Timothy, Cody Atkins. Just some of the guys hitting pit road here. So a little bit of strategy here under this yellow. Well, AJ, you're my co-host, but you're also the host of a certain channel partner. Why don't we hear all the exciting news coming out of the Nerds Doing Nerds Things universe?
All right, well, you're throwing it to me, and I am taking it, running for a touchdown. Well, we had our Spider-Man No Way Home episode come out earlier today. It was a very fun episode. Please go check it out on wherever you get your podcasts. Also, check out JR's podcast for the Pony Express guys. He has a lot of good conversations. But back to NDNT. Last night, we had a nice, 6-person talk about the Days of Thunder movie. You can find that both on the Nerds Doing Nerd Things page, along with the Extreme Sim TV Facebook page. We had a lot of fun. We literally go through the whole movie and give our thoughts on that point, and on that point, and then him thinking the Doctor is another reach-arounder. Not explaining that. But yeah, go check it out. We had a lot of fun, and next week we have Disney's Encanto. I will get in so much trouble if I don't say that right. The music was done by Lin-Manuel Miranda. He kind of did the Moana music, and but this is a very good story, and I was very excited to talk about it and very happy we did. So that comes out next Friday, but till then, you have 122 episodes to dig through with the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast, with the recent one being the Spider-Man No Way Home episode.
Yeah, I listened to it last night as well. I got to the Nicole Kidman part, the most important part of the whole thing. And then I went to bed. Well, that is the most important part.
You're killing me, pal. But we have 19 people watching us right now. How you doing, YouTube?
What's up, YouTube?
If you haven't yet, hit that like button. Subscribe to Extreme Sim TV. The chat is open, so feel free to pretty much post anything race related, Extreme Sim TV related. Who you rooting for?
Matt getting punched in the face related for Nicole Kidman comments. anything. So hit that like button the way that Renee or Kim wants to hit me the face. Yeah, we're gonna get ready to go back, girlie. So we're gonna get ready to go, buddy. You ready, buddy?
Yeah, I am ready, and I can hear Kimmy in that background. You have to excuse my co-host. He's currently getting mutilated, murdered. As we're about to go green here, as that pit truck is going to take the left at pit road, I'm trying not to laugh my butt off at what everything's going on. Your leader is the Austin Bloom machine. That is the 9 Pennzoil. And then on the outside, that is the 88 of Garth Snyder. And we are green back at Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Big spin of the tires there behind them, AJ, buddy.
Yeah, they are not going to have any help for Miles. It is just going to be them two as they enter turn 2 right now.
Yellow is
and
out.
Again.
Oh, this is a biggie.
Oh, God. What happened back here? It's a parking lot party.
I think they spun their tires. Yeah,
Look for the
oh
58,
man.
58 of Brendan Cooper.
Cooper. I wonder if that was from the spinning of the tires up front that stacked them. Yeah.
I don't know. It looks like he wanted to clear himself, but the 581 was still there. The 581 is Jess Chambers. So he goes hard into the wall.
Oh,
and it comes right back down into traffic and just collects everybody and their mother.
No word. Is this going to end the stage?
It very could be, or we'll have just a 1-lap dash.
Let's take a look here, because we have. Do some math here, because we're coming around now. For 36 complete. I don't think we're going to get back green, buddy. So 37 on the board. 3,700 complete. And Bloom, Snyder, Clay, Purcell, and Williams are top 5. And I'm still alive, just for the record.
Clear.
Do what? Did you call me a liar? Okay.
No, I said clear.
Ah, yeah, I'm still here for now. Well, people show up for me to get myself in trouble. That's part of the draw to the channel. My brand, oh man, so Austin Bloom, if we don't go back green, which it's going to be close, it should, in theory, get the stage win. Snyder, Clay, Purcell, Williams, your top 4. Or top 5 right now, AJ. That big incident that put us back under yellow, we had such a easy start to the night, and it kind of went awry a little bit here, AJ.
Yeah, cautions breed cautions. I can't remember who said that, but it definitely happened. As you see Austin Bloom bump drafting the pace car.
38, 39 next time by. I don't think we're going to get a lap in this stage.
No, I don't think so either. So, a little funny story about the Coliseum race that's happening this Sunday. If you ever wanted to know how long it would take somebody to run that, Jamie McMurray did it in less than 60 seconds.
Yeah, that was hilarious. Jamie Mack, the Mac man, running around the Coliseum. So 40 on the board of 100 here.
Yep, 60.4. I thought I can guess where it was going to go.
All righty, 38 of 100 complete. So, AJ, you want to talk some more about the podcast?
Shoot. Okay, where am I going to go from here? After our Disney Encanto episode, be on the lookout for another series we are starting. We've done Harry Potter, we've done MCU, but now we are starting Lord of the Rings, and the first Hobbit episode should come out in 2 weeks from today. That should be fun, interesting. It looks like the lights are off on that pace car. Matt, we have about 60 laps to go. What do you think Austin Bloom or Garth Snyder or any of the other drive have to do to make this win?
They're just going to have to get on it. And keep in mind, this is going to be a one-lap dash for the end of the stage, too, AJ. Because we're coming to lap 40 and counting the end of lap 40, correct? So,
yeah, I'm pretty sure. Joshua Metlock says, this is supposed to be Pony Express. So, where are all the ponies? They're in the engines. Horsepower.
They're out there in the barn. I got to go feed them later. And
you just want to get away from the wife?
Yes, I just want to get away from Kim right now because I've done buried myself earlier.
Yeah, you took Triple H's golden shovel and really did a number with it.
Do not call your current woman your ex-woman's name. That is a very bad idea.
No shit.
Oh, here we
Excuse
go.
me for my language, but yes, as the pace car hits pit road and we are green once again at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Good launch by the 9 of Austin Bloom and the 88 of Garth Snyder as they cross the start-finish line as they enter turn 1 right now. Nothing happening, but behind them, no. Pretty much they're going to stay 1-2 unless Marvin Clay can get to the back bumper of the 88 truck. This is the one-lap dash to see who is going to get the points in the top 5 for the stage here tonight.
Who's it going to be, AJ? That's going to be the million-dollar question. Bloom out front. It's going to be Bloom. 9, 88, 30, 401, and 3. So Bloom gets it. Great job. 9, 88. 30, 401, and 3, AJ.
Yeah, doing pretty good. I know you had to write that down for your point stuff later, but now we have to worry about where is this 88 going to go and how is he going to get past the 9, even if he can.
Yeah, now the race is on for the rest of the race, right?
Yep. Battle for the third heating up between the 401, Keith Williams, the 30, Marvin Clay, and there goes a Sheriff Mark Dillon to the inside of Marvin Clay for 4th.
Sheriff the Mark the Dillon working his way back forward. And I don't want to jinx her, but Sarah Tesson back in the top 10.
Yeah.
Great. Oh, Jesus, Marvin Clay. Hold on to that thing.
Too. He's going to lose another spot here to the 16. But I would rather lose a couple spots than wreck the truck out.
So all the guys in the chat, does anybody know a good place to order flowers? Thank you for any recommendation. Purcell right there as well with the 30 machine. And Sargent going to move forward. Tessum right there as well. And Jess Chambers inside the top 10. $45 of 100 complete here tonight in the first race of doubleheader trucking Fridays. Great battle across the board, AJ.
Yeah, I'm still currently watching that battle for 4th right now. Can Sheriff Mark Dillon catch Keith Williams for 3rd? But looking through the field, Anthony Williams and Tyler Bergert look to be really close together.
Yeah. And another question for you, Mr. Kafawa.
Yes.
Going forward in this race, we've seen them go about 25 laps or so. Do you think that's going to be a factor, do you?
Yeah. I do, because the first time we saw people go about 26 laps, 27 laps, and then 28 laps. Everybody was in after that point. So if you want to run it that long, you really have to be careful with how much time you are losing. I would think about short pitting to the point where you're going to gain time back. It's going to stink a little bit further on the long run, but you really need to minimize how much time you end up losing if you stay out on the long run.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing that you're going to have to watch all night is how does that all cycle through here. You see great battling throughout the pack here as they thunder down the front straightaway here. See Corey right there in the midst of the battle, Jess Chambers, Atkins all over one another here.
Yeah, Cody Atkins passes Adrian Virgil.
Well, 47 and 100 complete here tonight.
We are almost halfway. Holy cow.
Yeah, we are. And don't forget, coming up later, we go to Homestead Miami Speedway for the Sim 500 Midnight Thunder Series. Should be fun, but Bloom out front right now. And Chloe the Cat back in the broadcast booth again. You probably heard her hit the mic. She's trying to figure out how to maneuver her way around the broadcasting setup, AJ. She's getting better. So, AJ, we got something exciting coming to the channel Monday. After our experiment during the 24 beers at Daytona, I went and got a webcam to be here Monday.
Oh, that's going to be fun.
Yes. So y'all get to see my goofy face live on air. And when I make
Gonna try to make it look a little more professional when it comes to pre-race and post-race.
Well, also when I get slapped, you'll get to see it live happen. So that's a plus for guys too.
No, I wasn't thinking that. There goes the 581 pass Adrian Virgil. That's Jess Chambers.
And right now,
Marvin Clay, Sarah Tessum, side by side as exit turn 2. Can Sarah Tessum move up a spot into 8th?
Tessum trying to move forward. Good run up to P9. Tessum still trying it, looking for a lane. He's got a good Taco Bell machine here tonight if she can keep it clean.
Yeah, Taco Bell's definitely doing its job and giving it some gas tonight.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh, crunchy taco. Ooh. Anyway, it's going to be Snyder, Williams, and Dillon, your top 3. Or Bloom, Snyder, Williams, Dillon, top 4. Count, Matt, count. I know it's hard. Zach Nuremberg right there as well. 52 on the board of 100 here tonight. The first half of this race has flew by. But you know where we're headed next Friday night, AJ?
Where are we going, Matt?
Thunder Valley, Bristol, Tennessee for round number 6 of the Pony Express NASCAR for Amateurs Truck Series. Round 6 live next Friday at Bristol.
Oh, that'll be interesting. That'll be really interesting to see all these trucks on that half-mile track. They might need to lower the feature number.
Well, I tell you what, Bloom right now out front with the battle for 3rd. The Sheriff, Mark Dillon, up to P3 now, up 4 spots.
Marvin Clay to the outside of Ryan Donahue. I'm sorry, Matt, but
it's fine.
He's going to end up bringing Sarah Tessum, and it looks like the 81 of Cody Atkins with him. 31 is falling back quite a bit. Ryan O'Donohue is hitting pit road.
No, and he's going to lose it.
Oh, he just kisses the wall.
Put that bad boy in reverse. I started to say something else I say in real life, but I can't say it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Flip us something and get going. Right now, Austin Bloom out there, Garth Snyder, Mark Dillon Jr., and Keith Williams and Kyle Purcell, your top 5, as they continue to run right now here live on the channel. We want to thank everyone for coming out here tonight. Let's see, what else did Medlock say? Let's see. out in the barn. Got to go feed them. Hey, I feed them once a day. They're good. They're beautiful ponies. Some Bloom, Snyder, Dillon, Williams, Purcell, Sargent, Clay, Tessum. And the way the night's going, Medlock, I might join them in the barn tonight. Who knows? Yep. 56 on the board of 100. You know what I think would be highly entertaining, AJ?
What's up?
If I just turned the webcam on and left it on for a day.
No.
And just let everybody watch the daily happenings. With the audio, it'd be hilarious. Feeling out front. 57 and 100 complete, coming up to 40 to go. I know what to get us views. Just leave the camera on Chloe all day. You know how cat videos do on YouTube.
We have more cars hitting pit road than that.
That's Snyder. That's Williams on pit road.
Austin Bloom also hit pit road. He's back on the racetrack.
There went Mr. Bloom, the Bloom man. So it's been a relatively clean event, AJ.
Yeah, just 2 cautions. Now, how long are these people gonna stay out up front before they hit pit road? That's Dillon, Sargent, Atkins, Bergert, Williams, Emanuele.
Yeah, I don't think they'll stay out too awful long. I think the tire fall off, and
Here comes Sheriff Mark Dillon.
yeah, you're not going to stay out too long here.
And
Here
Sargent. Cody Atkins stays out. Tyler Bergert stays out. Anthony Williams as well.
But right now, the 44, I don't know if I'd stay out quite this long, AJ, to be honest. I just don't think there's much other than fuel, which if you do some math, 26 from now, you're still coming in around 85-ish. But still at least one more stop.
Come on, Matt, snap out of it.
Yeah, I'm working on it, buddy. Give AJ a shout out for putting up with my coughing for the last 2.5 weeks that we've been doing this. While
Do
I've
you
been,
at least mute your mic when you do that?
Yes, I do. You're just
Oh,
suffering.
okay.
When I can get to it in time. You're just stuck
Cody Atkins
suffering.
is your leader right now. See him and Tyler Berger when they hit pit road. There, here comes the 81 Cody Atkins. Ooh, he looks like he was about to spin on pit road, but saves it. Little tire smoke, but that's it.
Atkins right
Tyler
there.
Berger stays out, and so does Timothy Emanuele.
Good run for Timothy here tonight. Well, AJ, 61 laps in. Pit stops are wrapping once again. Who is your pick to go to victory lane here tonight?
Well, I'm pretty sure he's led most of the laps here tonight. So if we saw Austin Bloom take it to victory lane here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway, I would not be surprised. But my long shot, I would honestly say Marvin Clay. He's been around the top 5 all night. Hasn't been too far back. But I would not be surprised if he also pulls it off too.
I would pretty much agree with your statement there, buddy. So, yeah, I'm right there on board with you. Not going to argue that at all, sir. Look at that. We agree on something. As we continuing through 63 laps complete here tonight.
We have 3 drivers on the lead lap. That is Bergert, Emanuele, and Bloom.
Yeah, and so I'm just very, 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 very happy with the way this. Oh, we got problem to 66 around caution. That's Atkins around, brings the yellow
Wait, does
out.
that work for everybody, or that top 3, or what?
Yeah, that's gonna work for them very much so. That will mix some things up, buddy. Caution is out.
Let's see what it was for, because I couldn't find it.
And one truck went around there.
A lot of trucks still on pit road.
Yeah, we're gonna have to wait till it kind of cycles out to see who kind of gets the shaft here and who gets kind of the
Garth
break.
Snyder will get the lucky dog, and oh boy, Austin Bloom, if he stays out, he could lock a lot of these drivers a lap down.
Yep. That's not going to be good for all of the field, I have a feeling.
But that's only if Austin Bloom stays out. You know, he's looking at what, 5 or 6, no, maybe 10 lap old tires. Matt, bring up the tires.
Yeah, dude.
How many laps does Austin Bloom have on his tires?
Hang on, it's still loading up. Give it a second. Oh, it's taking it a second. Okay. Let's see if we can get it to load up now. Oh, that's no good because there's people on pit road. We're going to have to wait till people leave pit road. Give it a second.
Got it.
And then they'll update.
But now we're looking at 13 drivers on the lead lap right now.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, AJ. Yeah, no matter what here. This definitely did not help some, that's for sure.
No, not whatsoever.
So, let's see if we can get the tires description to work now for us, shall we?
Yeah, let's look at it.
Let's do it, Captain. Well, right here we go. Hit strategy time. Da-da-da-da-da. Bloom has 9 on his set. Berger is showing 27. Manual.
He just pit now.
So that's going to reset. And then Snyder, Purcell, Williams, Dillon, Sargent has 8, 6, 7 as it works itself out. So there you go. It's going to be a little bit different tires on the front of this field.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting with 35 laps to go.
35 more trips around the Atlanta Motor Speedway here tonight. Well, if you had fun tonight, AJ, buddy.
I always have fun when I'm broadcasting with you, pal.
Well, that's good, because I have fun with you too, buddy. I don't know where that come from, but there is the incident. It was the 66 of Atkins that went around. The general and draft number 66. You know, one day whenever I get better, we got to make up for the 24 hours of beer, and I've got to drink with you one of these nights. Since
I'm drinking right now.
Since I wasn't able to do it when we planned it. You know, stupid things. Stupid cold, whatever this is. COVID, who knows what's going on now. You know, as Tyler sets in second, you know what sounds good to me?
What?
We could go to Burger Farms and get us some good hamburger meat. See what I did there?
Yeah.
For some fresh hamburgers. Now I don't know where else to go, balls. Help me out here, bud.
We are on a very extended caution right here.
Yep. Oh, crap. Sorry about that. So, Tyler, of course, Burger Farms coming on board as a sponsor for this series. We do appreciate them, as always. And lights are off on the pace car, buddy. You know, I probably usually got pretty good plugs for sponsors. But poor Tyler, the only thing I can come up with is fresh hamburger meat. I don't know. Or if you want to buy a cow, you can get it from Burger Farms, I'm sure.
So it looks like we have everybody from 16th to 1st, obviously, on the lead lap. So a good chunk of vehicles got their lap back.
AJ, do you want to buy a cow?
Nope, I am good. Thank you very much.
Here we go. We're going to go green here. 67 and 100 complete. Well, right now, Tyler up front leading the way, Austin Bloom in second.
Ooh, there's a vehicle. Is that the, I knew that was coming. 88 around.
Oh,
58
no.
around. 401 around.
Marvin.
That with the vehicle just not going on the restart as I was trying to get a number.
Caution is out once again here tonight at Atlanta. The yellow is out.
52.
Oh, I got trying to see here. Let's see. Yellow was at Scott was off track. So Scott Hurwitz did not get going, and then they wrecked in front of him as well. The 58 went around. Couple of trucks involved in that.
Mm-hmm.
Williams, right here in the 401, spun his tires. Didn't get going. Dylan snuck through. Chaos in front of them. That was the 58 that originally went around. So just a bunch of trucks involved.
Yeah, that was Richard Hurst on the outside. I think that was row 2. That, like you were saying, just didn't go in that Xbox Mountain Dew truck. Didn't go, and it just stacked everybody up.
Cooper was right here in the middle, and he's going to get clipped pretty hard. And then it was on from there. And that will bring the caution out.
Matt, what do they say? Cautions breed cautions.
Yeah, unfortunately, man. Unfortunately, they tend to do that. Let's see if we can take a look from the starter cam. There, well, it didn't do what I wanted it to do. Well, it was a good idea. But you can see the wreck into turn 1. Yeah, the track just becomes kind of blocked at that point. And yellow back out again, buddy.
Yeah, we are going to rack them up one more time. We have 30 laps left in this contest.
This contest is scheduled for one fall.
100 laps. And a 2-hour and 10-minute time limit.
And right now it's Austin Bloom out front. The Bloom man leads it, buddy. Oh, man. So, if you're Austin Bloom, what do you got to do for the restart?
Punch it like you did last time.
Just get away from everybody like you've done mostly every other restart here tonight.
Exactly. But I don't know if we're going to have another pit stop tonight. If we keep having caution laps.
Well, it's definitely going to help it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It ain't going to hurt.
We saw some drivers stick it out and go, 31 laps on that stint, and that was the 44 of Tyler Burgert.
So, Tyler Burgert going to have a really good run here. He's up 25 spots on the night, AJ. That is a huge gain. Sarah Tessum back there in 7th. Good recovery for her so far.
Yeah, when she got her lap 1, I think it was lap 1 incident, it dropped her throughout that first run, I think to 13th or 14th, and now she's bounced back up to 7th. She did start P2, but, good run.
Good
so
recovery.
far. Let's see if we could keep going with that recovery.
It's one of them things, take what could have been really, really bad and turn it into not so bad. That's what you got to do points wise.
Definitely stopped the bleeding.
Sure. I mean, we're going to get the lights off here in a moment. We're going to try a restart again, buddy. Here we go. Lights are off on the iRacing pace car once again. AJ and Matt in the booth with you here tonight for round number 5 of the Pony Express NASCAR for Amateurs Truck Series here from Atlanta Motor Speedway. Again, it's Matt and AJ in the booth, ready to go back racing. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section down below as we get ready to rock and roll once again. we are ready, folks, for yet another restart in Atlanta. And this should be good. Austin Bloom, if you've just joined us, has led the majority up 26 spots. Kyle Purcell going to restart third. Timothy Emmanuel fourth. Sargent fifth. And Mark Dillon in sixth. Marvin Clay seventh. Sarah Tessum is eighth. Anthony Williams ninth. And Adrian Virgil there in 10th. Will be your top 10 for the restart. Here we go. Green light back on around the racetrack. 72 and 100 in the books tonight. Good restart by Bloom once again, bud.
Yeah, very good restart. They're going to go single file. 1, 2, 3. That is Bloom, Bergert, and Emanuele.
Oh, one car on the apron checking up. It's the 84. 3 wide. Everybody going to have to scramble. Adrian had a bit of a problem. We'll hang on to it. Tessum able to sneak through. She was just glad to get through that. That could have been big, but I don't think she has a faster pair of me.
She does not.
So, got through that. Bloom able to get away with Tyler giving a little bit of chase here tonight, bud. Well, Tyler a little bit high to turn two, but so was Bloom. The two cars got way high top two, but now the battle for third is Timothy and trying to hold off the sheriff right now for P3. And they're stacking up like dimes out of turn 4, AJ.
Yeah, I'm currently watching the lead 2 cars right now as they're battling for that top dog position.
Yeah, they're going to try to be the head of the table here.
Yeah, you understood that reference.
Right now, Bloom, Tyler, 1-2. 26 laps to go in Atlanta. Berger right there, top side. Tyler's going to get there. Oh, boy. You think Tyler can get this outside the roll, AJ?
I think he's been doing a really good job with getting it. He's going to have a nice run coming out of turn 2 right now. They're going to be even halfway down the backstretch, entering turn 3.
Man, oh man. And here we go. Lead change maybe. New race leader. Give it to Tyler at the start-finish line.
Tyler Berger, very impressive on that outside. Can he keep going? He's going to go to the extreme outside, close to the wall. Gonna have an excellent run coming out of turn 2 to keep the position.
Great battle with 24 to go. Man, oh man, these top 2 going at it. Bloom not giving up on the bottom, AJ. Bloom at his door. 23 to go. That little Ferrari back there, 39. Engine through. Bloom back to the lead now. But look at the run it gave Timothy, AJ.
Yep, Timothy Emanuele to the inside of Tyler Berger. Gonna challenge him. They're gonna try to take the position. Looks like it's gonna work, but then he's gonna battle for the lead. He's gonna get underneath the 9 of Austin Bloom as they come back to the line. They're gonna go 3 wide.
3 wide at the start-finish line into 1. Somebody checked up. It was the 44. Thought better of it. Probably a good move by Tyler to jump out of it, AJ.
Yeah, but then he also put himself 3 wide with the second line.
Oh, wow. And he's in the fence. Wow. Bloom continuing to lead right now with Timothy and Caution on the racetrack. Did not want to see that. And Yellow is out, AJ.
A lot of damage to that Zach Purcell machine.
Well, unfortunately, a great battle for the race lead going to be halted for a moment with a problem on the racetrack. Let's take a look.
Well, it definitely wasn't the 51. I don't know who it was.
Cover. Ooh. The 048. Oh. big problem for Richard Hurst. Wow.
Ooh, it looks like he just went up and clipped the wall.
Yeah, that was weird. But caution is out nevertheless. Put us back under yellow, buddy. Now cars to pit road. Dylan looks to be on pit road. Bloom is going to come down pit road, I believe. Tessum, the only one that I'm seeing right now out is Ryan staying out for the moment. Atkins on pit road. Everybody going to get some fresh tires here, AJ, for the run to the end.
Makes sense with 23 laps to go. They're very much still within a fuel run.
Yeah.
But I'm very shocked that Austin Bloom and Timothy Emanuele kind of stayed out. I know their tires are probably only like 16, 17 laps. And I say that I'm looking at a replay because I'm a butthead and they've done that once again.
I was about to say, I think they came down. It happens. Now we get AJ back with us here. He's back live.
No, I'm back. I feel like a butthead.
Back again. It's back to the future for AJ. But we'll
Boy, do I want that sports almanac.
Exactly. Here we go. So, coming down to the end of round 5 at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Should be a good one to end this one. Here tonight, 32 trucks made to start. Big field here tonight, buddy.
A very, very big field, and 18 of those drivers are on the lead lap. And look at Mackenzie Johnson, very fast truck, got caught in a situation very early on in this race. He is finally back on the lead lap, so I'm really excited to see what he can do now that he's back on the lead lap.
Yeah, me as well, bud. I agree. I agree with that 120%. It's going to be a good opportunity here as we get ready to go. The field as a whole has been very strong here tonight. AJ, buddy, are you ready after this to go to Homestead Miami Speedway?
Oh, I love the Homestead Miami Speedway, and I think the trucks put on a very good show there. So, and then you put that with the Sim 500 people who are in for an awesome race.
That'll be later on tonight, 11 p.m. Eastern. Then tomorrow evening, we will be running Centennial Rallycross Series. Brands Hatch the next round for them, I do believe. This is going to be very, very fun for a restart, buddy. Ready to go. It's Bloom, Atkins, Dillon Jr., Timothy, Sargent, Burgett, Sargent, Purcell, Snyder, Clay, and Tessum, your top 10. Ready for yet another restart. Well, AJ, here we go. Restart going to come this time by.
It'd be interesting. It's the first time we've seen Cody Atkins up front.
Here we go. Green flag in the air.
There it is. And we are green back at the Atlanta Motor Speedway.
7
Great
cream.
launch by Austin Bloom there. Not a great one by Cody Atkins.
Cody going to get clear. Cody ends Bloom. Timothy, Dillon Jr. up there as well. Look at him, 3 wide scrambling mid-pack.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with the 44 Tyler Bergert. He's fallen back quite a bit. Coming to 16 to go.
It'll be 16 laps to go. Sergeant.
Berger dropped from 5th to 11th there.
Look right in front of Marvin Clay. Great move for Marvin. Sarah moving forward. She's up to 7th now. Late in the going, Bloom continuing to lead.
Battle for second. That's Atkins and Emanuele. As they come out of turn 4, they're even to the line.
15 to go. Oh, man, Cody right there in line as well, man. This is a battle for P2, AJ. 3 wide. Look at this. Oh, man, Dylan. Easy does it.
Looked like Atkins backed out of that just a little bit.
Here comes the sheriff trying to move forward. Here we go off of turn number 4.
This is allowing Austin Bloom to pull away.
Yeah, and it's working perfectly in Bloom's favor right now. And look at the pink 70 machine back into 6th.
Ooh, pink 70 just got into the back of the 88 Garth Snyder.
Gonna rock the outside here, try to pick up 5th. That's again, great run. 13 laps to go. I think as long as Bloom hangs on, he's going to get the victory lane here tonight. Well, I don't know. It's going to be tight. Battle there for position. It's Tessum. Snyder won 5th and 6th. Twelve laps to go, AJ.
Yeah, we're clicking off laps very fast here. Got about 6 minutes of racing left. Not a lot of time for somebody to catch Austin Bloom, but Sheriff Mark Dillon is definitely going to try, being less than a second behind. Ooh, 88 gonna go underneath Sarah Tessum right there. Holy cow, that was a heck of a move.
Yes,
Can he pull it off?
Oh, man. That got tight, AJ.
That got very tight.
Go side by side. 11 to go. Up, drafted down the back straightaway. A little bit. Not going to help you here, but, you know, maybe later in the year at Talladega it might. Bloom right there, 3 wide, 1 truck, WD-40 trying to lube the middle there. Not enough spray there to get that hinge to work, AJ. And that WD-40 truck looked sharp, but it's going to hang on. Kyle Purcell back to 7th. Austin Bloom out front. 10 laps to go. So it's Austin Bloom continuing to lead with 9 to go, AJ.
Yeah, it's still pulling away from Sheriff Mark Dillon, but give it another lap and Sarah Tessum is going to be to the back bumper of Timothy Emanuele for 3rd.
Man, it's going to be tight. Tessum trying to get back to the top 3. Again, started 2nd here tonight, had trouble early. Man, it's been a heck of a race, 9 laps to go. And to go. 8 now with Bloom out front. I have to say, this has been a lot of fun. Right now with 8 laps to go. Who makes the last dash effort, AJ? Who's it going to be?
I think Austin Bloom definitely has it, but for 5th place, I wouldn't be surprised if Kyle Purcell gets to Garth Snyder I know there's about 3/10 there, but there's a caution out on the racetrack.
Yellow is out. That changes it all. Nuremberg involved.
Ooh, and the 84 of Adrian Garcia Virgil.
Yeah, boom. That was two trucks.
Big goal.
That was two trucks going for one spot, buddy. And it did not work out well for either one of them.
And I don't think it's going to be an attempt, but we might be looking at a green-white checkered.
Yeah, we may be. We'll get to see it here in a moment.
Now, here's the thing. Do you come get tires if you have any left?
On board with the 84. Yeah, that's a tough call this late in the going. I don't know, AJ. What do you think?
Well, obviously, whatever Austin Bloom does, everybody's going to do the opposite. It's just, that's how NASCAR works.
Yes. We'll get ready for the restart. 6 laps to go. With just under 6 to go, 5 to go, I think Bloom's going to stay out here.
Got a couple takers, not many.
So 4 laps to go, buddy. We'll get ready to get it done. And I tell you what, AJ, Austin Bloom has had a dominant night. So with 4 laps to go. Right now, Bloom hanging on. I think he's going to do it. I think he can hold all these guys off, AJ. I think he's got the truck.
I think so too. He's been pretty flawless all night. But all it takes is one slight mistake and his race can completely change.
Yeah. Don't forget that 70 trucks has looked strong as well. He's going to restart 4th. So right now, as we get ready to get it done. Bloom, Dylan, Timothy, Tessum, Snyder, Purcell, Marvin, Cody Atkins, Sargent, and Tyler Berger, your top 10. Here we go. This is going to be a good one.
So Matt, what does Austin Bloom have to do to win this race? And then what does the field have to do to win this race? 2 questions.
Bloom, you got to get a good restart. Dylan, Tessum, Timothy, they all got to stay with him and honestly hope he makes a mistake, because if he don't, it's going to be very, very hard to beat him. This race is going to be won on the restart here as we get ready to get it going here. But yes, he's got to get a very good restart here. Three to go.
And the lights are off on the pace car. We are going to have a green, white checkered. No, it's going to be a green, white checkered. I lied.
You liar. You lied.
But I don't think it's going to count as an attempt because it'll still be within regulation.
It won't count as an attempt, but here we go. What's up, JB? Jonathan Byer in the chat. What's up, buddy? Here we go. Can Austin Bloom get the restart to hang on? What do you think, buddy?
I kind of on the same board with you, pal. He needs the restart of his life because he does have vehicles behind him with slightly fresher tires.
Dylan, Timothy, Tessum, Snyder, your top 5. Here we go. Green in the air. Once again, Bloom spun the tires, AJ. Oh, no. Wrecking behind them. We're going to have another restart once again. And look who snuck through the 70, but everybody else is going to wind up in an incident.
Oh. Now, if that was the 9's fault, does he get an EOL for that?
I don't know. I mean, don't think he
Do
intentionally.
they do EOL? I don't think they do EOLs.
It was a restart gone wrong.
What did I say? He's going to need the restart of his life and, yeef.
He wolfed that one. One more look. For the yellow flag. Tyler right here is well in the pack. And this, everybody, look at them spinning their tires and just, And once the track gets blocked, there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, exactly. Especially here on the front stretch. But Matt, we said it. He had slightly older tires, so that was going to be really easy to do, and it just showed how a really good driver makes a mistake like that.
Look who's going to restart on the front row.
It's Sheriff Mark Dillon.
And Sarah Tassel.
Yeah.
And we're going to find out when we go back green. Well, it's going to come down to the same thing. You're going to have to get another restart. The driver at fault does get an EOL. Well, that's going to be a admin decision. I don't think it would be on the 9 because he never made contact with anybody. But it definitely stacked the field up behind him.
Mm.
We'll get ready to do this all over again with a 2-lap dash. And again, 3 laps to go. Dylan, Tessum, Bloom, Snyder, Sargent, Thompson, your top 6 here. So with 3 laps, it'll be another. Now this will be an official attempt here.
Yes, it will.
Well, I did not see that coming, to be honest.
No, neither did I, pal.
But with 3 laps to go, we'll get ready to do it again. I mean, is it possible the 70 could get by Dylan and make the recovery to win the race?
Well, she's in a good spot to make it happen, but Mark Dillon has been a very good car, a good truck all night tonight.
Yeah. SM has done an amazing job.
Good old JR says the driver at fault gets an EOL. We haven't seen an EOL happen yet.
No.
So that's why I was waiting for confirmation with that.
Might just have been a racing incident.
A lot of times I didn't think it mattered.
We will see. Quite interesting here, though, the way that they're going to line up. Now, Bloom's got a good truck, assuming he doesn't go to the rear. Can he get back around Dylan and Tesla? Or did he burn the tires up on that restart, light them up?
Well, it looks like we're going to start gridding and get going.
Well, We'll find out. Lights are off on the pace truck. Taco Bell to the outside. The
Sheriff Mark Dillon to the inside. You have pretty much the truck that's dominated the whole race. Austin Bloom sitting third, and then to his outside you have Garth Snyder.
Yeah. Valvoline and Pennzoil are going to start side by side. There we go. See which one of the oil companies can pull out ahead. Personally, I like Pennzoil. But we're going to get ready to go green here. 3 laps to go. Will we have another restart, though, AJ? That's the other question.
Well, what are there, 2 attempts?
Yes.
Well, we have one more chance.
One more chance to get it right. Here we go. 2 to go. Green flag with Dillon out front. Sheriff Mark Dillon, here we go. Green in the air once again. Out of turn number 4, green in the air, rolling a lot smoother that time. Had a little bit of the spinning of the tires, but got it going. Bloom gonna jump to second, AJ.
Here he comes, gonna close into the back bumper of Sheriff Mark Dillon.
Which lane does Dillon cover? Does he cover the bottom? He does.
It looks like that's what he's doing. But we've seen a nice run come from that outside many times here tonight.
Oh, 3 wide behind them. Yes, I'm trying to hold on for third. 1 lap to go. We'll get the white flag in the air. Man, oh man, this is going to be a dogfight. What do you do now? Where do you go? Dillon trying to cover. Bloom all over the back bumper. AJ, we're about to have a fight down here in turn 4, buddy.
Oh, we very much are. They're side by side coming into turn 3. Advantage Dillon for the time being. They're going to exit turn 4 still.
Contact. Oh. Dillon got him, buddy. Oh.
What a great finish, Matt. What an absolutely great finish.
Dillon going to bring it home. Sarah Tesson will come home third. But the Sheriff, for the 2nd week in a row, gets to go to victory lane. And a dominant run for Bloom comes up a little bit short.
Yep.
Wow. You got to be stoked for Dillon, AJ, because 2 weeks in a row goes to victory lane. Well, I was doubting him there for a moment, AJ, but paid off. I mean, it really paid off for him, and I'm really impressed with the way it turned out for him.
Yeah, he's going to take it back to the front stretch and probably rip some nasty donuts.
Yeah, I would imagine. There we go, donuts on that number 3 truck going to victory lane here tonight. I just didn't know if it was going to pay off for him, but it did, AJ.
All right, Matt, you ready to do some interviews, dude?
I am, buddy. Go right ahead and let's start getting people up in here.
Do we have Bloom? I don't see Austin Bloom, but I can give you the race winner.
Dan Fuller, let me talk to the race winner here tonight.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
What's up, Mark? 2 in a row, buddy.
Oh man, I'm just burning it down. You know, don't want them to find anything in that post-race inspection.
There you go. What's your thoughts here? 2 in a row. Was you shocked?
Oh, absolutely. So in my opinion, trucks at Atlanta, one of the best car track combos on iRacing. I love it here. So I knew I'd have a good truck, but
Right.
we've got so much talent in this league. I mean, I qualify 6th, 7th. There's a lot of fast guys here. But yeah, I was lucky enough to keep it clean all night. This might be the first race I haven't used a fast repair. And I really thought, so we pitted with 18 to go and took our last set of tires.
Right.
And then when that caution came out with like 5 to go, I was like, oh man, now I'm screwed. Now people are going to get fresh tires and I'm in trouble. I really needed the race to stay green. But then somehow we got that green-white checkered, and then Austin Bloom, who dominated the race tonight, he spun his tires on that first green-white checkered, which allowed me to get by, and then obviously that stacked up the field, brought out a caution and a second green-white checkered, and
Right.
so then it came down to me and the Torpedo on that final restart, Sarah Torpedo Tessum, and luckily I had enough grip on the tires left to get it to hook up and get a good start. And I knew I was going to have to hold the low line for those last 2 laps, or Austin was going to be able to get by me.
Well, what's your thoughts? Because, I mean, Sarah was right there after having a great restart or a great start to the race, had problems early. That restart, did you think you was going to be able to hold her off, or was you afraid she'd be able to make the move around you?
You know, I really didn't know what she had. I know she qualified on the front row. I knew she had a fast Toyota Tundra that she was working with. But I think she had some early troubles. So I hadn't really gotten a race with her tonight, so I didn't really know what she had or what kind of strategy she was running, whether she had fresh tires or not. I just knew that I had been good on the restarts all night. My F-150 had the right gearing, and I wasn't spinning the tires tonight. So, I just had to hope that she spun the tires or didn't have a good start or whatever it may be.
Well, man, it definitely paid off for you, that's for sure. In a very big way, dude. And again, congratulations, man.
Thanks. I appreciate it. Like I told you last week, even with that one win, I didn't feel confident about being locked into the playoffs, because I still feel like we'll see 9 different winners, and so somebody's going to win a race and not make it on points.
Right.
Is my guess. But now to be up there with 2 wins, just like Jared Young, with only 13 races left in the regular season, I can tell you, the broadcaster, that me and Jared Young are officially locked in with 2 races. It's impossible for 8 different people to get 2 or 3 wins now.
Right.
So me and Jared Young are locked in, and man, that's a monkey off my back.
It's like yeehaw.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's, now the big thing is just trying to stay top 10 in points. Because I don't know if you know this, you probably do. But if we have too many people that show up for the race, specifically Bristol next week being a short track, we're not going to let more than 36 trucks on Bristol. So if we have more than 36 show up, we're going to set up a constellation server for the extra guys. But the top 10 in points are locked in to the main server. So that's what I'm racing for now, trying to stay top 10 in points. Plus, the regular season points championship is worth 3 playoff points. So.
Right. Well, man, it was one heck of a night, buddy. It was great.
I appreciate it. I actually have the broadcast going on my phone. I kept it going throughout the race, so through cautions and whatnot, I could glance down, check it out, see how things were going, and glad you and AJ could do that tonight.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun tonight. It was a great show overall, and just a ton of fun, buddy.
Yeah, another good race. I know we had a couple rounds of green flag pit stops. I think we only had 6 cautions. It was a good race.
And 4, man. Well, again, congratulations on a great win here tonight, making it 2 in a row, Mark. AJ, you got anything else for him?
No, dude. Gonna try to make it 3 in a row at Bristol next week, because you said last week that this race was gonna be tough, and it showed to be tough, but you still came out on top.
You know, my first ever win on iRacing was a late model race at Bristol. So I do know my way around there, but Bristol could be a lot like Daytona. So there could be some carnage, so anything could happen. Anybody could really come out of there and survive and get the win. I'm just hoping to come out of Bristol still in the top 10 in points.
There we go.
All right. That is Sheriff Mark Dillon. Hey, Matt, I know you definitely want to do this interview, so I will let you take the torpedo. Sarah Tessum.
10-4, torpedo, you got a copy on me.
Copy that.
Alrighty, I thought you had it there. You had a shot at it at the very end. Qualified second here tonight. Had some trouble early. Man, it was an up and down night for you.
Yeah, it really was. When I had that earlier wall touch and went from the front of that front pack to 10th or so, I was fighting really hard the rest of that race. So I'm honestly really happy to just be on the podium. When I did restart that last restart on the front row, I was really itching for the win. But I just messed up on the restart, spun the tires, didn't time it right, let Mark and Austin get in front of me. So a little bit unfortunate that I maybe could have gotten a win there, but I'm just really happy to be on the podium at least.
Yeah, look, you did everything you could do, right? And that's what matters. You know, you had a great run. Is it a good momentum builder heading towards Bristol next week?
Oh, yeah, certainly. I mean, it always feels good to get a podium, and it makes you feel invincible, right? So you can go into the next race and hopefully have that confidence boost in qualifying, start off the night strong, and carry it over into the race. So that's what I'm hoping to do.
Well, if you can do that, I think you know, if you take the same truck next week, I think you got a shot at it. Again, congratulations on a great run tonight.
Yeah, thanks. It was a lot of fun out there.
Well, good job. Anybody you'd like to thank before I let you go?
Well, we'll thank the wonderful sponsor on the hood of my car, Taco Bell, my favorite restaurant. And then shout out to my wonderful team, Project 2 Racing.
There you go. Well, great run for the Taco Bell machine here tonight. So, AJ,
thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. So, AJ, what's your thoughts here as we look at this? It was a crazy night before we talked to third.
We have another person that was third. She was third.
Oh.
But I don't see Austin Bloom. But my thoughts on tonight's race were, it was a freaking great race because, you know, swearing and everything. There were battles across the racetrack completely. We saw drivers go from the front to the middle to the back and then fight their way back up, as Sarah did, as Mackenzie Johnson did. But other than that, we had a really awesome finish when it came to that green, white, checkered.
Yeah, we did. We definitely did.
Matt, you know, take her home, but dude, every week we get great racing when it comes to the Pony Express NASCAR for Amateurs Truck Series. I'm very excited to see Bristol next week. It's going to be very interesting going around that half a mile track.
Yeah, it is. And every week we get to see this great racing. And again, Bristol coming up next week is going to be epic. Again, AJ, I'm looking forward to Bristol for sure.
Yeah, I'm probably going to turn some laps before that to get a nice feel for the track so I can, you know, come up into the booth and actually know what the hell I'm talking about. But, Matt, it was very fun. That was the broadcast for the NASCAR for Amateurs and the Pony Express. See you guys in about an hour when we do the Sim 500 Truck Series race from the Homestead Miami Speedway. Until then, I'm AJ Coppola. That is Matthew Johnson, and this has been Extreme Sim TV.
Until then, everybody have a great night. We'll